All right. Okay, we're here. How you doing, everybody? I was just trying to figure out the latest news coming out of Wall Street here. Good morning, one and all. Welcome to Stock Markets with Bruce, where we try to explain what's going on in plain English and make a few bucks writing stock options and watching them depreciate into nothing. Wonderful. Welcome, one and all, to the show. It's September the 14th, Wednesday. 2022, and I hope you're having a good morning this morning. Watching quite a few things happen here simultaneously. The August price producer index report is out. This is inflation at the wholesale level, not the retail level where you and I live. It shows the U.S. wholesale inflation rate moderating for a second month in a row. They're still higher prices, but they're not as bad as they were. Again, it's a backward looking indicator. It will be heavily influenced by energy prices, of course, but it can fluctuate up and it can fluctuate down, even in a continuing trend. But at the retail level, unfortunately, we're the ones getting whacked. This PPI does not include stuff like your rent. It doesn't include stuff like your cost of goods and services at the retail end. This is simply at the wholesale end. And if there's a 5% increase in costs at the wholesale end, the person buying goods in bulk and then selling them to you one at a time, they're going to add a margin on top of their cost to make a profit. And the reality is that a 5% cost increase to them is a 10% increase cost to you, or an 8% cost increase to you after their margin has been added to the wholesale price. So if I can buy 100 pairs of high heel shoes for women, or 1,000 pair of shoes for women for my store or my group of stores, and they cost me 5% more to get, whether it's shipping costs, direct from the supplier costs, whatever it is. These shoes used to cost me $20 and I would mark them up to $40. Now they're costing me $22. I'm going to mark them up to $44. Then I'll have a sale to $39.99, where I used to have a sale for $34.99. Now I have a sale for $39.99. It is still higher to you, no matter how you cut it. And this is the issue. If my margins are double, in other words, what I pay, I double the price to you, then you get double the inflation hit. 5% to me means 10% to you. If I margin up by 25% on something that's a much higher volume item, and there's more competition for me to sell it to you, I might buy something for $10, and I might only mark it up to maybe $15 when I sell it. Well, if it's going to cost me $11, I'm going to margin it up to $16.50, and so you still get a price increase coming at you, no matter what. And that's what we were looking at yesterday. That was the reaction yesterday. And again, yesterday covered everything, whereas this PPI is simply the wholesale level only, and it reflects part of the economy. The other thing that this doesn't cover is something like if you produce product in America, for example, you source all your raw ingredients, components, and you assemble and distribute and sell in America, that's a made in America item from beginning to end. If, however, you're a distributor to, say, let's say you deliver to Target lawn chairs, Target buys from you, 100,000 lawn chairs, 10 different styles, 10,000 of each. You bring them in from China, Indonesia, Vietnam, South Korea, wherever you get them manufactured. The parts that make up the lawn chairs could come from the same overseas country or several, and are final assembled in China and then put into containers and shipped overseas to the US. First of all, Target doesn't care where it comes from, because Target just wants to know, can you deliver 100,000 of these chairs at an average price that we agreed upon, say, $18 each, because we're going to mark them up to $36 a shot, and we'll discount them for $29.99 if we have to, but we still want to make money on this. You are bringing them in. You need to bring them in for less than you're selling them to Target for. And there's where, you have your challenges. Target has theirs, you have yours. The manufacturer in China, India, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Indonesia, Vietnam, South Korea, they got their issues. Everyone has their own worries about how this all works out. But at the end of the day, you as the consumer will go to Target or to Walmart or to Costco or to wherever to buy a lawn chair or two or three or four. And you're looking for the best deal. You don't care where it came from, who made it, and what problems anyone had to get those there. You just want to know what's your cost. And the PPI is only going to cover the wholesale end of this transaction, not the retail end of the transaction. So if Target is having margin problems and they sense that bringing in Halloween items this year are going for top dollar, they might make a better margin on Halloween merchandise because they were able to get it in at the price they wanted to. They can lift that price higher because other retailers haven't been able to get their Halloween stuff in on time this year. And so you are scrambling for Halloween stuff, and Target has it. You're paying full retail to them. Their margins are great there. But over here at the Target store are all these lawn chairs that they brought in that were supposed to be there in April and didn't arrive until late July. And it's now September. This is not when you want to sell lawn chairs for a full margin. You're not going to get full margin for lawn chairs. No one is walking through the front door of the Target store today going, I need lawn chairs. No one's doing that. So the only way you're going to move those is you're going to have a big clearance sign over top of those chairs somewhere in the prime retail area that you will see when you come walking in or come walking out. And you're going to go, oh, wow, lawn chairs, normally $38 on sale for $19.99. Yeah, $1.50 more than Target paid. They want to get rid of them so bad. And the deal is if you buy four, you get them for $19.99. You buy one, they're $24.99. You buy four, and you'll pay $80 and go, oh, yeah, I'll just put them in the garage for the winter. I'll have them for next spring. That's a deal. That's like half price. That might be the only way they get rid of that merchandise, and their margins have collapsed on a very expensive item. You're talking hundreds of thousands of items that were supposed to retail for $35 that are going out at $19.99. This is where billions are lost. Billions are made if you're on the right side of the equation. Okay, there's a retail or a wholesaler's lesson for you. First thing this morning. What you guys are wondering is, are the stocks going up or down, and how my options going to do? That's what I want to know, Bruce. Thank you for talking to me about lawn chairs and goods for Halloween. Are we going to make money or not? Look, I think the markets are going lower. Right away? No, not necessarily right away, but we're going lower. Yesterday was a taste. Yesterday was the give back. The market gave back a full week of gains that it had enjoyed, if not a week and a half of gains yesterday. It gave it all back. The NASDAQ lost 5% in one day, and it's not going up 5% today. It's going to stay around here. It's likely to drop further, and it could drop further today, tomorrow, and Friday, and all next week. Yes, it's likely we're going to go lower. Straight down? No. But yes, in waves. And as I was saying before, we're on a downward trough like this, or whichever direction is down for you. We're going lower in a wavy kind of a way. Lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs. That's going to be the pattern. We had a jolt yesterday, and now we kind of keep slumping. And so we might go up 2 steps, down 3 steps, up 2, down 3, up 2, down 3. Slowly but surely, we're going to go lower. Why is that happening? Because corporations across the board are going to be coming to their shareholders and coming clean and saying, we're not going to make our third quarter numbers. We're not going to make our fourth quarter numbers. And this is pivotal because fourth quarter numbers that are not executed upon is the worst possible quarter you could miss for your shareholders. Many corporations don't make money in the first, second, or third quarter to any great extent. They eke out a profit, but it's the fourth quarter where it's all made, especially at the retail level. Retailers, after Black Monday, after Black Friday, it's go time. This is when you're supposed to make your dough. All those purchases that you committed to make during the winter, spring, and summer, they come into the stores in the fall, and between the fall and the end of the year is go time for a lot of retailers. And there are a whole lot of businesses out there that are counting on fall and winter to make their money, like television networks. All the new shows come out. Why do you think all the TV shows come out in the fall? They don't start new TV shows in the spring. They start them in the fall because all the advertisers want to advertise to you in the fall for holiday shopping. That's what it's all about. And so we've got most of America and Canada and Europe all gearing up for the end of the year sales and profitability. The problem is going to be the fact that a whole bunch of corporations are not going to make their numbers this year for various reasons, most of which we are aware of, some of which people are becoming aware of, and some of which are shockingly unthinkable, the kind of problems that are happening. And the one I mentioned this morning on the pre-trade show, if you're a Gold Beagle member, you've already heard this. We talked this morning about electricity prices in Europe. As I speak right now, as I'm sitting here, futures for electricity futures in Germany, for example, if you want to prepay and lock in some guaranteed power, it'll cost you 20 times as much as normal to buy a kilowatt hour of electricity. We're talking 500 euros an hour for electricity. That's $500 a kilowatt hour for electricity. 20 times normal. Out of any realm of normalcy. It's never been like this before. Never, ever has it been like this before. The German government is stepping in, and it's going to nationalize, most likely, the number one natural gas supplier and distributor in the country. Because as a private company, the company is on the hook to power companies for so much natural gas every day to produce electricity. And the electricity companies have guarantees from these gas companies that you have to provide us so many million cubic feet of gas every day, so many billion cubic feet for us to burn it, move those generators, and produce electricity, which is used in the instant that it's made. The gas companies are finding we can't get the gas at the prices that we negotiated. We negotiated with importers for gas, and they don't have any gas because Russia cut off the gas line. And so we're buying gas from wherever we can find it. We're buying it on the spot market to replace gas that we are normally getting from Russia in bulk, in cheap. And so the companies are losing their butts as middlemen between gathering the gas and then distributing it to their clientele. The electric companies are paying more for the gas, but there are regulated deals in place. It can only be so much more every month or so, whatever. Very complicated. I'm not going there. I don't even want to try and study it. But at the end of the day, the speculators are going, this is a one-way ticket. These prices are going straight up. The guys who are making the most money right now in Europe are futures traders who are gambling that they're going to be able to buy electricity at this price for the future delivery and sell it at a higher price. And they've been winning for months because electricity rates in Europe have gone sky high. And in the US and Canada, electric rates are going up as well. The United Kingdom, the government of the United Kingdom is apparently going to utilize so much money from their Treasury. The United Kingdom government is going to subsidize its own citizens for natural gas, electricity deliveries, so that UK residents will be capped at 2,500 sterling pounds a year, I believe it is, for energy. This is going to cost the government of the United Kingdom the equivalent of 5% of the country's GDP for the next 90 days. This isn't for like a year. This is for a quarter. We're talking about the country of the United Kingdom spending 5% of its annual GDP's generation to subsidize its citizens for utility costs that are just surging. This is the price that Europe is paying for the Ukrainian war. They're not sending bodies over there. They're not sending the kids over. They're not sending their children in there to go and fight. They're sending weaponry in there and letting the Ukrainians fight the Russians, who are unmotivated to fight on foreign land, obviously. And the Russians have a weapon called commodities to restrict to the Western world, and they're causing prices of commodities, certain commodities, to really go higher. It's creating a real kerfuffle over there. And the support for the Ukraine war has not wavered. The public in Europe is saying, screw you, Russia. We know what you guys are capable of doing with your missiles. We've seen the footage from all these cities in the Ukraine that are completely destroyed, apartment buildings and condo buildings that have nothing to do with a strategic military importance. You're blowing everyone's house out of the water. We'd rather pay more for these commodities than entertain you guys to be able to do whatever the hell you want. And so the war continues. It's an economic war rather than a physical war between most European countries and Russia. Russia's losing men left, right, and center, and the attrition rate is ridiculous. They're losing billions and billions of dollars a day in costs and goods, armament, people. Russia's getting creamed. But the Russians are able to sell a bunch of their commodities under the table to willing buyers who are willing to buy their goods for cash deals. And that's how Russia affords to keep this game going economically. Personnel-wise, you lose a 30-year-old soldier, you got to find another one. That's another matter that Russia is dealing with, which, eventually they will run out of those guys. But right now, they got millions from which to choose from. A lot of desperado Russians are out there in these small communities all outside of Moscow, St. Petersburg, who are going, I get $5,000 a month to be a soldier, and I make $1,000 a month doing what I'm doing. I'll think I'll be a soldier. The problem is they don't come back. UK, Germany, France, Europe as a whole are prepared to pay more for energy to not send their kids into war. Because if you have to send kids into war, you better win quickly, or you lose your position as prime minister, president, or whatever office you have. And right now, the politicians in Europe, the leaders of Europe, realize it's a lot simpler to just compensate people with a national GDP borrowing campaign to subsidize the cost of electricity than to send kids into Ukraine with guns. And that is the bitter reality. Not a single American soldier is going into the Ukraine, but all kinds of American bullets are going in there. Missiles, howitzers, you name the equipment that's going into Ukraine. It's incredible. And it shows how quickly the Ukrainians are kicking the ass of Russians out of there with Western technological weaponry that they have been given. And it's only a limited amount. America is not giving Ukraine the good stuff. Canada, the U.S. are well protected as joint partners here with some of the highest technological defense systems there are. Hence why no country tries to invade North America. But now Ukraine is getting a taste of just what is capable from America and other Western countries to defend oneself. And the Russians are going, holy crap, we're fighting a war with 1970s and 1980s technology, and we're getting our butts handed to us by these very smart laser guided, you name it, munitions. And there's a turning point happening there. Nonetheless, the economic cost is unbelievable. And for the market, It is good news, bad news. Good news, the Ukrainians are winning the war at the moment. The momentum is going Ukrainians' way. The bad news is this is going to go on for years unless a negotiated deal is made. And the cost to the economics of most corporations is going to be dramatic. And it's already happening at the government level, where countries like the UK and Germany and France are utilizing their borrowing power as nations to draw down cash, to distribute it to the public, to be able to afford electricity and gas prices, natural gas prices. That is the first level of problems. The second level of problems is higher interest rates, because everyone needs to borrow money all of a sudden. All governments are borrowing money, where it used to be just corporations that were borrowing most of the money. Now there's competition for cash. And that means cash is getting more expensive. And the higher it gets to borrow, the more expensive it gets to borrow, the more difficult it gets for business to clear a profit at the end of the year. And so healthy margins that were being enjoyed by corporations all over the place are now not going to be healthy margins. They're going to be not healthy margins, which means stocks that are overpriced, that with high PE multiples on expected future earnings, there aren't going to be future gigantic higher future earnings coming in. They're going to be lower earnings coming in, perhaps even some losses. And so shares are going to take a haircut. Some are going to take dramatic cuts. Some are going to take mediocre cuts. Others are just going to be flatlining for a while. So do not fear the upside of a running market, because the stock market is in effect going to be under tremendous pressure and is likely to go lower as a whole. And so certain stocks will underperform terribly. Some will underperform. Some will just kind of perform. A few will be winners, but overall, the economy is going to take a hit. We've already done the COVID thing. We're still suffering from the COVID thing, the so-called supply chain issues and factories that have 80% of the parts to make product whatever, but the other 20% are delayed, and so nothing comes out the factory door. Read a story the other day that windows for houses, big problem. Apparently, you go to Lowe's and you're doing a renovation on your house, or you want to build a house from scratch. You already know through your architect the dimensions of the windows that you're going to install in said house. There's basement windows, main floor windows, second floor windows, bedroom, living room, floor to ceiling, all that stuff. These windows come pre-done, pre-made, and pre-framed. And what you do is you buy these units and install them into the house, into the framing of the house. Sounds simple. It isn't. But apparently there's one piece, one particular piece, latches, window, the kind of latch you turn the thing and it goes into like a finger like this, and it comes down and you turn it and it locks the thing. Shortage of latches. Global shortage of latches. Who knew? There's also shortage of glass. There's a shortage of glass, but the latches apparently are holding it up. And there are hundreds of thousands of window orders that are delayed and back ordered by months and months and months for renovators, for builders. This is causing a problem. Houses cannot get built. You can only go to a certain level and you got to stop. You can't keep building out the house without the windows in place. Once the windows are in, you can now put in the insulation. Now you can do trimming. You can do the outside. You can order the curtains. Without windows, you've just got a plastic screen in front of where the window is going to go. And certain construction stops after that. And this is causing a nightmare. Now, I'm talking to you about all of that, while in the meantime, there's another problem for the U.S. stock market and the economy of North America, and that is a national rail strike going to be called, has been called for midnight tomorrow, if I'm not mistaken. There's a national rail strike that is about to begin unless there's a last-minute deal made, and discussions have been going on for weeks between the railroads, unions, the railroads, and the White House has been in there heavily with their advisors, trying to get these two parties to come up with an arrangement, a deal. And at this point, we're coming down to the last minute, and a deal has not been nailed down. And rail lines have already informed, rail companies, the big rail companies, so there's 4 or 5 of them in the USA, they've already informed a number of their clientele starting a couple of days ago, yesterday, and now today, we will not accept any orders to ship stuff like new cars. We're not moving any new cars anymore. We're only delivering the cars we got in our system. We're getting them out of here. We're not taking new cars in because we can't guarantee we'll get them to where they got to go. We're not bringing in and handling chemicals. We're not handling hazardous chemicals at the moment. We get top dollar to move ammonia around and all kinds of other chemicals and other hazardous goods, but we don't want any of this stuff in our rail yards when we have a strike on. We don't want this we don't want rail cars full of ammonia nitrate sitting in downtown Pittsburgh on railroad tracks for weeks on end. No. So we are not accepting delivery and shipping for any of this kind of product whatsoever. They're already shutting down. And that's what I'm getting at. They're already shutting down the movement of this stuff. That means fertilizer. That means electronic, what am I talking about? Pharmaceutical components, plastics, the raw materials to make other goods are stopped right now. The U.S. economy is already slowing down invisibly. We don't feel it, don't see it yet, due to the possibility of a rail strike that will start in the next 24, 48 hours. And the White House and the union and the rail yards are trying to get a deal done. And at this point, it hasn't happened yet. And if this happens, look for the Congress and the Senate to pass emergency legislation, putting them back to work through federal law. And the president will sign it immediately, no matter what anyone says. Will the Republicans go vote against something like this? Probably on principle, but in reality, it'll get passed. But it could take 2 weeks. And we may have a U.S. economy that stops dead in its tracks, to coin a phrase. We may have a U.S. economy that grinds to a halt very quickly with a national rail strike in place, because this economy of the United States and the world itself has become a just-in-time delivery economy. We produce everything now just in time for delivery. We don't produce stuff for delivery 2 years from now. We produce stuff for delivery 2 hours from now, 2 days from now. That's how we operate. And with a rail strike gunking it all up, everything is screwed up. That means ships coming in from offshore with containers are going nowhere. You got trucks. I know you got trucks, but in certain ports, you have the rail system and the truck system working hand in hand to get containers onto ships and get containers off the ships and get them redistributed. And part of that equation is not there. The whole thing stops. And so Long Beach, Los Angeles, Portland, Seattle, name every port around the USA and the Gulf of Mexico, up the East Coast, imports, exports, stop dead. And this affects thousands of corporations and millions of customers. Stops dead. And we're about to see that happen. So this is going to affect the economy, and it's going to affect the market. Stock market will not take kindly to this, because analysts will very quickly come out and go, here are the top 25 companies that will be the most affected by this slowdown and stoppage. And they're going to name them off, all publicly traded. And all of them have the PE multiples, and they're all going to have adjustments to their earnings for the third quarter, fourth quarter, and so on. And it's going to be brutal, because some of these stocks are trading at very high PE multiples based on demand that, we're all out of the house now. We're all able to travel again. We're all going to buy all this stuff. And all of a sudden, we can't buy this stuff. This is going to be a nightmare if this goes through. Keep an eye on it. See what happens. The Dow right now is up 59 points, oblivious to all of it. We're up 11 on S&P, and we're up 47 on NASDAQ. The market is up because there's a knee-jerk dead cat bounce reaction to yesterday's 13, 14, 1,200 point dump. That's all this is. The reality, though, is any good news that comes out from like this morning's producer price index numbers or anything like that will not be enough to save the market. Can't. It will not be enough. It is a guarantee lock. You're going to see a 0.75% increase in the interest rate from the U.S. Federal Reserve next week. Guaranteed for sure 0.75. Might be 1%, but definitely 0.75. And it's likely we're going to get another 0.75% hike the next meeting they have after that, which I'm not sure if is October or November, but it's coming. Which means that the Bank of England, the Bank of Canada, the ECB, all the other central banks will follow suit with additional rate increases in their jurisdictions. Global interest rates in the Western world are going higher. China might not want to raise rates. Russia might not want to raise rates on its own population. Turkey might want to hold off and let their lira keep collapsing out. But in the Western world, in the G20 countries that matter, we're going into higher interest rates, which means mortgages are going to go from where they are now, 6%, and the lowest activity in mortgage applications since 1999 right now. It's going to get even worse. There will be even fewer applications, and the cost of a mortgage will go from 6 to 7 to 8%. That is going to stop a lot of speculation in real estate, number one. It's going to stop a lot of people who are going to try to stretch themselves into a new house or a bigger house. It's going to really muck it up for those who have a home, who are moving from city 1 to city 2 because of work or retirement or whatever. They're not going to be able to sell the house they got for the price they need to be able to make the move where they're going. And there's going to be bankers out there who are going to be giving bad news to a lot of applicants down the road who are going to try for a mortgage, and they're going to find out they don't qualify for an 8% mortgage on the house that they wanted or condo they wanted. It's likely that in certain cities in Canada and the US and around the world, cranes that are sitting on top of tall buildings are going to be idle. They're not going to be able to finish construction, or they will finish construction of a 50-story condo office building, and the building will stand empty for quite some time because the condo real estate people, the sellers of the condo, are going to find that no one is walking through the front door to try to look at a showroom and want to buy a brand new condo. Prices are going to have to be slashed to attract buyers. Deals are going to have to be offered left, right, and center to entice people to come in. And certain developers and builders can offer deals of that magnitude, and others cannot. And that's when we begin to see the next wave of economic slowdown, which is bankruptcies, receiverships of developers. Entities that are building office complexes, shopping centers, strip malls, condo towers, subdivisions. We're going to start to see economic hardships there. It's just the game continues. The slowdown is a painful slowdown, as Mr. Powell said in Jackson Hole 3 weeks ago. It's going to be painful, and there are going to be losers and casualties. The good news, maybe rents will back up a little bit, but that means that landlords are going to be squeezed on their end because their costs are rising. First costs for a landlord, the cost of the property just went up in the case of their mortgage. The second thing to a landlord is the cost of property taxes are likely going higher. The cost of services are going higher. The cost to repair, maintain apartment buildings, condo blocks, a person that is renting a house. If you have a house that you're renting, you have to ensure that there's no leakage in the roof. You have to ensure the furnace is working. You have to ensure the basics of the building are operating because you're the landlord. You own the structure. The individual is renting it, is only renting it. If you can't rent the building because the furnace is kicking in and kicking out, you're going to have to repair and replace the furnace. If it's twice the cost that you thought it was going to be, instead of $6,000, it's $12,000. That is going to put a crimp in your budget, and you might have to say, you'll say, I got to charge $800 a month more in rent. I got a new furnace in this unit, And the renter that looks at the house goes, I like your house, but you're 800 higher than all the other houses around here, and their furnaces are all working. And so I can't afford your rent. And that house stays empty, and you're carrying the cost entirely as an empty house. This is what's coming. I'm just saying, it'll affect the economy because now you are not going to be going on that holiday you wanted to go on, or you are not going to invest more money into that house or any other houses or your own life because your budgets have been slashed. Your cash flow has way underperformed what you thought it would be. It affects a whole bunch of other people behind you now, and this is in millions of cases is what we're talking about. All right, there we have it. Happy times. Yay. Option writers. Boy, have I got good news for you guys. You're writing options. No fear of a market going to the moon. No record highs in the stock market coming. There is no indication, and there will be no talk by any administration of massive tax cuts coming your way. Nothing like that is coming your way. It is going to be a rough go out there for the economy, but great news for option writers. Those of you who are writing options, you're going to be able to sit back and go, hey, yeah, I just noticed that Cisco and Apple went down yesterday. Should I write options when they're down here? And the answer is yes, you should. You will continue to write options the lower shares go, and not be afraid of a snapback rally to muck you up. For example, Apple dropped $9.59 yesterday. Right now, it's up 62 cents. There's no recovery at Apple today. If you wrote 165s and they're sitting at 15 cents on the dollar, 20 cents on the dollar, your job is to buy those back immediately and write 158s right now. You're going to write 156s. You're going to write 155 contracts. Goldman dropped $14. It's up 61 cents this morning. Your job is to buy back those calls at a deep discount and write new lower priced exercise price calls. Cisco dropped $2.29 yesterday. It's up a dime this morning. Your job is to write 45s and 46s immediately and bring in cash over the next 2 or 3 weeks. Because if Cisco drops another couple of dollars to 42, those 45s are going to be worth zero, and you need the money from those. Tesla was down $12 yesterday. It's down 41 cents today. If you've got contracts written that have dropped by at least 50%, 60% since you've written them, you want to buy those back this morning on a dip. You want to either immediately write perhaps 295s instead of 300s for another week or 2 or 3 out and take in more premium. Whatever you're paying for the calls that you've written, you want to now write new calls for more cash, because you've got to have more cash in your account to be compensated for the drop in the stock. Microsoft lost $14.66 yesterday. It's up $1.31. 253.30 is where it's at. If you wrote 255s, 260s, 265s, those have to be bought back, and you should be writing 255s right now, maybe 254s. Good for the next several weeks. Take in premium right here, right now. Pfizer lost $1.57 yesterday. It's up 6 cents this morning to $46.25. The hope is that you buy back calls. You wrote 47s, 48s, 49s, 50s, 51s. You bought them all back, and you're looking to write right now maybe 47s for the next couple of weeks. HPQ 26.96 last night, down 130 yesterday. It's up a nickel today at 27.01. This is another classic case where you're buying back calls that have depreciated out and you're writing new calls, 27.50s, 28s for a couple of weeks out, 2-3 weeks out, bring in some premiums. Twitter 41.74. I don't know what to tell you there. It's 41.61. That's in a court case. What a mess. Google dropped 6.56 yesterday. It's down 2 cents. Amazon lost 9.64 yesterday. It's up 75 cents. In both cases, the same strategy. You buy back calls that have dramatically backed off, and you write additional brand new calls that last 2 to 3 weeks just out of the money right away to bring in additional cash into your account. Rinse and repeat is how you're going to do this. Absolutely rinse and repeat. The dollars are there, and that's how you're going to make them. Let's go. What else is going on here? Let's see. What should we write on GameStop? What covered call should we write on GameStop today? Shares right now are $27.84, down a penny. I'd be looking at writing 28s or 29s for the next 2 or 3 weeks. That's one strategy. Another strategy is, if you're a little more aggressive, is write 26s. Write 26s for the next 3 weeks. Write 25s if you can get a nice premium above the book value. Now, you might have to go out a month and a half to get it, but you want to be compensated for time. You want a time premium to write it in the money call. Otherwise, you write out of the money calls 28s, 29s for a nice premium the next 2 to 3 weeks, and away we go. All right, I can write 11 of these. Rock and roll, man. Here we go. What else is going on here? Rinse and repeat. There you go. All righty. We're down to 16 minutes to go here. Getting ready. Jennifer, I have a $125 Amazon call that expires on the 30th of September. Should I buy it back and rewrite? The Amazon shares right now are in the pre-market, 127.47. They closed at 126 last night. You're likely ahead because the stock yesterday dropped 964. If you are likely looking at a profit on this contract of hopefully a real nice percentage, you can take a look at buying it back and perhaps writing a new call. You might want to look at writing 128s, 129s, or 130s for the next, say, 2 weeks out, 3 weeks out. You want to get a nice premium. The key here, Jennifer, is whatever you're paying to buy back your call, if it's costing you $250 to buy it back, can you get $450 to write a new one? If you're paying, $3, can you get $5.50 to write another one? You've got to shop around for the call you're going to write. 2 to 3 weeks out, hopefully out of the money, $1 or $2 or $3 with a fat premium on it. That's what you want to be doing. So you've got work to do there. Beach Boy still got 25s written for this Friday. Wait or limit to buy back a deep if it comes today. Again, my friend, you're in the same position here. Shares have backed off, obviously, a little bit. They back off a little more today to the 26-something neighborhood. All of a sudden, they're very much in your area code. You might be stink bidding them, but what you want to do is you're interested in paying book value. You want time value to shrink out, and then you're looking at perhaps rolling into either 26s or 27s for a week or two for a higher premium. The point of it all, my friend, is if you can add $1 to your account per contract, that's an ultimate win because it brings $1 in per. The key here is at what level is this going to happen? The stock's at 27, was 27.84 a little while ago. Here it is, 27.84 down a penny. We open in 14 minutes. If the market in the first half hour has a little bounce and then falters, and I'm talking about the market, the Dow, the NASDAQ, the S&P, if these have a little opening, a little higher, 100 points or so, and then they begin to falter, and into the second hour, third hour, we see the Dow and the S&P and the net all dropping, a couple hundred points on the Dow, for example. This could move GameStop into the $26.50, $26 neighborhood fairly easily, and that brings your 25s right into your gun sight as a possible target to reacquire and perhaps right into a 26 or a $27 call 1 or 2 weeks forward. Again, depending on just the mood of this market, we'll be here and we'll be watching it and see just where we're at here. But I don't see GameStop going to $32. I mean, why? What have they got to say today that they didn't say a week and a half ago when they released all their financials and all their news? They said nothing. And so the stock here, now it's 27.61, down 24 cents. We're not going anywhere. We'll see how this plays out. All right. What else? W. Walters, I am thumbs up number 132. Thank you, by the way, for thumbs ups. I had forgotten to mention this. You know how much I need them. Monday will be 31 days since GameStop was exercised. I want to buy them back and write off the loss. If I get exercised on another GameStop call this Friday, will it be a wash sale when I buy back on Monday? I can't answer these tax questions. I don't know the tax implications of these deals. I honestly don't know. What confuses me as an investor is why it matters. I don't understand. If you want the loss, you need the loss. Again, I'm not your guy. You've got to talk to a tax professional about how to handle this. Are you trading in your own name? Should you trade in a corporate name? This is one of those things. Now, some of the viewers here may be able to help you, WW, directly. They'll answer your question for you. But everyone in each state, wherever you live, it's like herding cats. There's 50 states with 50 tax rules, the federal rules, and it's not my purview, and I don't know. But this question is for anyone out there who can help WW with this one right here. Beach Boy, GameStop's wrote for 166, rock and roll. So, 2666 or less is your magic number in one sense. And, stock, as you know, can move $2 either way at any time. So let's keep an eye on that. I do not buy new clothes so that I may buy more SoFi, says Jenner. Christina, I have 25 stink bids for 101 to buy back my 25s and 26s on GameStop. I don't know if I'll get that low today, but it could, and you are right. DQWW, yes, if the exercise this Friday is also a net loss. Dank Griffey, 141 thumbs ups. Thank you, DQ, says W. Walters. Coyote Cheddar, I know that feeling. Nazareth, wash sale rule is made to stop rich people from harvesting losses. As long as it's after 32 days to be safe, it shouldn't be a wash sale. Credit Savage, I am number 150 on the thumbs up meter. DQW, the older exercise shouldn't be a wash after 31 days, but the new one will. There you go. And there you have it. Thank you all for being here today. We've got 10 minutes to go until we begin to trade for the day. Wishing you all a very profitable day today. It could well be a very good day to make some dough here. Keep an eye on your contracts as they continue to shrink out. Time will not stop. And these contracts do expire Fridays, some this week, some for you next week and the week after that, and so on. Thank you, everybody. We're just going to members only on the chat bar now. Thank you all for being here. Thank you for these thumbs ups. You guys are awesome. Keep them coming in. Help us out. We now have 154 thumbs ups with 9 minutes to go before we start trading. Would love to hit 200 right around the opening. Is it possible to get 46 thumbs ups in here before we begin to trade? 288 of you are here. 154 have come in. Help us out with the thumbs ups if you can find that button. Nail it for us. And let's get to 200 thumbs ups ASAP. As we seem to do every single time. Yesterday, we even broke 250. That was beautiful. Thank you all for helping out. Number 157 just came through. Let me know what number you are on the thumbs up meter. 161 have come through now. They're coming in, 39 to go. Now 37 left to get. 163 are here. Thank you all so much for coming through for me, as you always do. It is appreciated. Jen and I love it. All right, everybody. What else is going on here? Let's see. Credit Savage. Good morning, my fellow simpletons and degenerates. How are my bears doing this morning? Bear squad up. I love these dead cat bounces. They're always good for morale and selling covered calls. God bless America. Walter says, DQ, that's the answer I was looking for. Puke Burb, W, look up the greens trader tax guide. You probably don't need to worry about wash sales if you're not trying to offset capital gains, because something is only offset wages up to $3,000. Bird will do. Tiff, number 9, DQ 156 and 167 on my other accounts. We are hitting those thumbs ups for sure. Thank you guys for doing that. We now have 174 thumbs ups in the bin. We need 26 more to get to 200 thumbs ups. 174 are in. Thank you, guys. We are going to hit 200 here. The way this is rolling. Mr. Aaron, I'm number 122 today, by the way. Now, as far as I know, equals AFIIK, as far as I know. See, all above me, just goes up there. I have no idea what you're saying. Isn't that interesting? You guys and your letters. Love it. Thank you, everybody, for helping this old man out. I appreciate it. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Fun, fun, fun till Daddy takes the T-bird away. What can I say? Welcome all to the show today, the channel and the craziness. We're into the market now. 6 minutes to go. Coming into the end of the pre-market here. Getting exciting, isn't it? So much fun. We're up 51 on the Dow. We're up 10 on S&P and 41 on NASDAQ. I call that a nothing burger after what we saw yesterday with the blowout yesterday. We're not going anywhere at this point. There is no recovery happening here. This is a nothing burger. So watch out, kids, for more downside, I think. More downside is likely coming our way today. Will it be a good hour to start, a good 10 minutes, or will the first 15 minutes just put us into the red immediately and down we go from there? I don't know. It's all human emotion, but the bottom line is a number of issues out there, especially on the FANGs and other tech stocks, are overpriced based on what their prospects are going forward this next 6 months, 1 year. That much we pretty well know. We're looking at a 7-cent gain on Rocket Lab right now with 5 minutes to go. 23 gain on SoFi at 607. GameStop down 23. We're unchanged on the AMC and Ape shares. Matterport up 6 cents. 23andMe is off 4. Spire is down 3. ATIP down a penny. SmartRent no change. I have nothing on Sextera. Apple up 71 cents. Goldman up 29. Cisco down 4. Tesla up 39 cents. ARC up 9. Microsoft up $1.45. Bed Bath Beyond up 23. Pfizer up 9. HPQ up a nickel. Carvana up 3. Twitter up 13. Alphabet, that's Google, up 20. Amazon up 87 cents. We have partial gains, less than dollars, pennies in gains, and the potential of dollars and losses once we get this thing started. Folks, that's what we are seeing here so far. On interest rates, the 10-year Treasury was this morning for a moment at 3.46%. It's now 3.43%. Up this week, though. Germany has definitely been higher this week at 1.74. Italy is at 4.04%. Spain is at 2.89%. The UK 10-year Treasury 3.16. Futures for currencies, the euro is under parity. It was at 99.5. It's 99.9. And the pound is 115.63. A little better than this morning, but barely. They took a hit yesterday, big time. Asia dropped 2 to 2.5% across the board in all their markets. Europe right now, London down 1.3, Germany down 1.1, France is off 2/3 of a point. Mostly and almost a completely red across the board in Europe. They're catching up to what happened in the U.S. yesterday. That is what's going on. And in America right now, very shaky open, very shaky market, 64-point gain. That's it for the Dow, 11 for S&P, and 46 for NASDAQ. Fractional, a fifth of a point to a third of a point. That's it. There is no recovery coming in here at the moment. So this sets the stage for a pretty quick turnaround, negative and lower prices. We're down 9 on GameStop, 27.76. Twilio says they're going to lay off 11% of their employees, seeing 90 million in charges. That's a software developer. They're trying to boost margins. Latest tech company to announce layoffs. They're trying to reduce operating costs, improve operating margins, and shift the company's selling capacity to accelerate software sales. What does that mean in real English? We're getting our butts handed to us on our margins. We are not able to raise our prices. We are losing market share to competitors, and so we're going to lay people off because we can't afford to keep losing the amount of money we're losing. And hopefully you will fall for the line that we're going to get stronger by getting smaller. Hopefully you'll buy that logic, and everything will be fine. And nothing is fine when you see this kind of an announcement. Absolutely nothing is fine whatsoever. All right. There it is. What else is going on? So much happening. Thank you. Let's see here. Credit Savage. So it seems the Bank of Montreal has moved. A Bank of America has moved their price target for SoFi after that wonderful Goldman Sachs presentation by Anthony Noto. That's like your wife acknowledging your ex is pretty. Yikes. Alex, the Credit Savage, you cracked me up as always. Good afternoon to you from this green and pleasant land across the Atlantic. Dustin is saying, hey, Bruce, I have over 100% gain on Apple contract for October 21. As the buyer, should I keep holding? I have 100% gain on an Apple contract for October. You're long? Get out. I don't know why you're long. Get the hell out. Credit Savage, Alex, the faux shizzle. Can't wait to make my way to the old world and take the kiddies on a few gorgeous cities. Canadian solar up 1.6%, says Michael. Cindy, I bought a deep in the money covered call on CFEI, which will change to Rumble today. Crossing my fingers. Good luck with that. For poor men covered calls. Oh, I got you, Cindy. I see what you mean. Got it. All right. Beach Boy, if there was a way to write options on Putin, looks like he's in for a long, serious dip. No kidding. Stay away from Windows there, Mr. Putin. It's a long, serious dip, says JR. Tiff, I was browsing on MarketWatch yesterday, checking out PE multiples of some tech stocks. It's insane how high some of the PEs are for these guys. It is insane, and that's why some of the drops are going to be insane if they haven't already. Alex, the Credit Savage, you're always welcome in Europe, my friend. We love our American cousins. Canadians are all right, too, I suppose. Well, thank you for that. Amazon's PE is 113. That's ridiculous. Susan Shops about, Bruce, what is a golden sweep? It has to do with institutional option contracts, and it will affect folks like us. There's talk about options September 16, 24 will be affected. I don't know what it is. I don't know. I have no idea what that means. A DH, I'm 186. Larry, I'm ringing the bells. Dustin, sorry, my Apple contract is 150 strike, and it's a put. Got it. Dustin, like I said, when you give me cryptic info, you're leaving me out here hanging. I have no idea what you're asking me. I don't know how I'm supposed to know. Look, you're making money, and I'm a happy guy, but you can make steady income just being a writer. But hey, if you're up, way to go. I don't know what your next move is, how long have you got and all that. It's your call, my friend. Beach Boy, Alex, any of you bagel degenerates stops by over here. There's a cold one and a big smile over here. DQ, thank you, Larry, for hitting the bells for us. We are open. We're trading. Let's get this party started today and see what happens here on our markets today. We're looking at an opening right now of 25 points for the Dow. We're up 25. Apple's up 79 cents. Not much of a bounce there, is it? GameStop down 31 is 27.54. SoFi up 14 to 5.98. Rocket Lab showing a loss of 13. HPQ up 2 pennies right now. ME down a penny. Matterport down 4. ATIP a half a penny lower. SmartRent down 8. Spire down 1 penny. Cyxtera down 6. Very slight moves. Tesla up 160. Pfizer up 8. Boeing down 130. Cisco down 6 cents. Twitter down 16. Home Depot up 3. Carvana up down a buck. Robinhood unchanged. Vanik up 70 cents. IBM up 53. Microsoft up $1. Goldman down 9 cents. Google down 4 cents. Amazon up 79. Meta down 96. BlackBerry down 4. Royal Caribbean down 9. You can just see these slight moves here. Not a lot going on right now. GameStop 27.19. Down 66 cents as the stock is backing off. yesterday's low was around this level, wasn't it? 27.20, something. 27.32 was the low. We might be lower than yesterday's low right now. I'm not 100% sure on that, but we are down to 27.18.19. This is the low of the day, apparently, on GameStop. 27.16, the low of the day today. Right now, Apple up 65 cents, the Dow up just 20, S&P up 4, NASDAQ up 9. Very slight, quiet, weak opening. Oil up $1.20 at 88.52. So not a lot to get excited about, as I kind of figured. Regarding golden sweep, it seems to be about how institutions can sell their positions, so they may see market dropping more, and of course they want to sell their positions before deeper losses. Again, I really don't care, to be honest. Like, I don't care what they call it. Markets are going to drop. Institutions write calls to protect against stock drops. They're using call options to bring in premiums. It's insurance. They're looking to cash in on the shrinkage to be compensated for drops. You guys are writing calls to make a living and build your wealth, and it's happening, and it's working wonderfully, and that's all you got to know. Forget everything else. Don't confuse your minds with all this other crap they talk about. Zero in on what you do best. You're an assassin, and you're going to pull the trigger when the target comes into your gun sight, and you're going to make money each and every time, if at all humanly possible. We're down 18 on the Dow. Here we are. 5 minutes in, we're in the red. Down half a point on S&P, NASDAQ down 15. Down we go. Apple only up 35 cents. GameStop 27.23. It's been leading the market lower this morning. It's been ahead of the market. It was red right off the bat. 27.22 to 26 right now. SoFi up 9. Rocket Lab down 13. HBQ up a nickel. FL, Carvana, please find another cliff to fall off of. Some clown analyst upgraded them on Monday. Be nice to be so wrong and still get paid. Nazareth, a golden sweep is a market open move where they sweep the market and it goes up off the open. Like Uncle Bruce says, it's a nothing burger. Beach Boy, excuse me, Chris Evans, are you saying Bank of America and you are married or what? And I don't understand what Beach Boy is asking. Why, how, where, when? I'm last to know. The Dow again now positive 14. Computer buy programs are coming in. I don't think this is going to last, but that's just me. 27.15 on GameStop. We just hit 27.14, new low on GameStop. 27.14, 27.11 is the new low. We're down 70 odd cents on GameStop. Down we go again. The 25s, the 26s, the 27s, the 28s are all falling off, and they are dying day after tomorrow and next Friday and so on. There you go. 596 on SoFi up 12. Rocket Lab down 16. HBQ is up 8. The AMC shares are down 45 cents again combined. ME off 6 cents. Matterport down 14. ATIP off a penny. SmartRent down 16. Spire down a penny. Sexter down 11. Tesla up 164. Pfizer down 11. Boeing down 176. Cisco down 11 to $44. Now 44.01. Twitter down 35. Home Depot off 96 cents. Had a bad day yesterday. Carvana down 169 to 35.12. Robinhood down 6. Avanic down 19. IBM up 76 cents. Microsoft down 44. Goldman up 97. Google down 55. Amazon up 3. A lot of mixed markets here. Up 16 points on the Dow, up 1 on S&P, down 14 on NASDAQ. NASDAQ is red and going lower. The Dow slightly above the break even. SoFi's kind of hanging in there, says FL. Christina, the option cost $285, $291. I only have $184 to go. Laughing out loud. There we go. 27.04 on GameStop. 26.93. We just broke $27 like it wasn't even there. A hot knife through soft butter. 26.85 GameStop, down $1. We are dropping quickly on GameStop now. 26.85, volume of 387,000. We're down to 26.85, low of the day right now on GameStop, down $1. All those contracts are backing off. Susan, last week I wrote SoFi 750. January 24 contracts I received $1.63. Yesterday I saw SoFi 5s for January 25 at $3.50. Should I have sold my January 24 and written new contracts for Jan 25? No, you don't want to write a $2.50 lower strike price on those at all. That's way too far out. Those 24s you wrote, Jan 24s at 163, it's possible that they have backed off a little bit for you already, and you might be in a profit position. If the day goes red later on today, you might buy those back and then rewrite them again if they go back, if the shares come back up again. So keep an eye on that, Susan. You might be able to play the Jan 24s for a while. FL selling some $5 puts for October. Don't mind picking up some more. Beach Boy, SoFi, Buddha is back. Soft Buddha is back in the show, says Beach Boy. Soft Buddha is back. We're up 70 on the Dow. Trying a little rally. Don't know if it's going to make it. We're up 6.5 on S&P. We're just negative on NASDAQ, just fractionally. We're up 81 cents on Apple. GameStop, 27.12. It hit 26.85 for the low. 26.85 was a low. 27.12 to 14 right now, where GameStop is sitting contracts under pressure. SoFi 5.98, Rocket Lab down 17 to 5.47, HPQ up 15 to 27.11. The higher it goes, the opportunity could come for an option right. ME down 8, Matterport down 13, ATIP a penny lower, SmartRent down 11, Spire down a penny, Sextera down 11. Tesla up 256, Pfizer up 9, Boeing down 160, Cisco down 6. Looking for Cisco maybe to pop a little bit if it can. It's not going with the Dow at this point. And then right options on Cisco, perhaps 45s if it can get a little mustard under it. I don't know. We'll see. What else? Watching markets not doing a heck of a lot right now. Not a heck of a lot. We're up 41 on the Dow. We're slipping again. Let's see what's going on. Where's Henry? Wasn't he last seen in China? Or was he? Was Henry the guy that walked into the Turkish embassy of Saudi Arabia, and he just went to pieces? Is that the guy we're talking about? I don't know. Beach one. I don't know. 39-point gain on the Dow. GameStop down 85, back to $27 on GameStop. We're back to 27 a second time. 26.96. Just broke it again. GameStop just fell through 27. 522,000 shares. Selling is coming in on GameStop this morning, looks like. Heavy? No, 125,000 volume, but it's down 26.93 now. We're backing off on GameStop again. 26.93 on GameStop. All righty. Lots to watch. 39-point gain on the Dow. I'm now showing 53. We're jumping about. This is typical, absolutely typical. All right. Okay, everybody. Having fun or what? HPQ 2704 up 8. Rocket Lab down 21. SoFi 594 up a dime this morning, but only a dime. SoFi's low today was 591. The high was 606. That was the opening. And the volume, 8.6 million. Right now, 596 up 11 cents. 58-point gain on the Dow. 5 on S&P. We're negative 9 on NASDAQ. Now we're negative 11 on NASDAQ. It's backing off again. And S&P is only up 3.8. And the Dow now up 50. So we're not going very far here. Up 114 on oil, 88.45. Not much happening there. 27.02 to 3 on GameStop, just hovering 27 at the moment. Okay. Thank you all very much for being here this morning. Good to see you. We have thumbs ups. 200 are now here. Thank you, everybody. 12 minutes into the market, we got 200 thumbs ups. Appreciate that, folks. If you can keep them coming, please do. We love it. That is absolutely fabulous. The Dow holding a 52-point gain right at the moment. All right. Let's see here. Anything else going on? Looking at all kinds of stuff going by here. Go from there over to there. 202 thumbs ups. Another 2. Yay. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. Fabulous, fabulous, fabulous. Here we go. All right. And we're up 83 on the Dow, up 9.9 on S&P. We're up 6 on NASDAQ. Another computer buy program has kicked in. I'm not sure if these are positions where short sales are being covered from yesterday's beautiful dip, whether there's some bargain hunting attempted to come in here and select stocks. How much buying will there be? How much power is there behind this wave? This remains to be seen. Hector, I am 202, and Nick, I am 204 on the thumbs up meter. Guys, you're great. Thank you for putting us over 200, keeping us there. Much appreciated all. Thank you. 2718 on GameStop. SoFi 601 up 17. Rocket Lab 547 down 17. HPQ 2706 up a dime. ME down 8. Matterport down 18. ATIP down 3.5. SmartRent down 8. Spire down 2. Cyxtera down 14. Tesla up 330. We've got Pfizer up 2 cents. Boeing down 120. Cisco up 4. Looking at Cisco at 44.16. If Cisco can get to 44.30 to 50, and if it tops out there, then writing 45s might be the way to go. We'll watch that closely. Twitter down 27 cents. Home Depot down 260. Carvana down 130. Robinhood down 6 cents. Vanik up 91 cents. Apple up $1.20 or so, 128. Microsoft up 148. Goldman up 186. Google up 54 and Amazon up 98. Partial improvement here and there. Up 112 on the Dow, 103 now on the Dow. Big sell-off yesterday. We'll see if there's much of a wave here. It's a dead cat opening, perhaps. We'll see how this lasts. It's been 15 minutes. We've got 100 points back from the 1,200-point loss. You feel confident? I would not, myself, would not feel that confident about that. 27.37 to 40 on GameStop. A little rally being attempted here. It's been a crappy opening for GameStop. Down to 26.85 already so far. We'll see how this performs. SoFi holding a gain now at 606, up 22. Good to see SoFi a little higher. Rocket Lab down 17. HPQ now 27.22, up 26 cents. A 1% gain on HPQ. Again, the selling came in from the mid-30s into the 26.7 range. Now we're getting a little bit of a bounce back to be expected. 133 gain on the Dow. By the way, HPQ does not trade at a high PE multiple, so it is not necessary for it to go much lower. Apple is still at 25.7, by the way. It's up $2 right now. 25.7 PE multiple, that is too high. This is assuming, this PE multiple assumes that the next 12 months, Apple will make just as much money that they made in the last 12 months. I don't know if that's baked in. I am doubtful they're going to be able to actually match last year's net profits without raising prices on their goods. Inflation is going to take profits out of there and margins are going to be hit. So, govern yourself accordingly, as the lawyers will say. 155.83 up 199 this morning on Apple. All right. What else is happening here? We're all current on our comments. Thank you, everybody. 116 gain on the Dow, 19 on S&P and NASDAQ up 57. Definitely a buy program has kicked in here. I just don't know what kind of powers behind it. Will selling just slowly overtake all of this momentum that's come in, whatever momentum it is, and will we start backing it up? We'll find out. We'll keep an eye on this. 27.30 on GameStop. 27.26. A little pullback coming in again on GameStop. 604 SoFi. 27.30 on HPQ. And over here on Pfizer, up 2. Boeing down a buck. Cisco up 6 cents to 44.17. Cisco's trading at 15.6 times earnings. Not a problem on the PE multiple there. It is 44.24 is the high, but 44.11 is the last trade. Cisco at the moment unchanged as we speak at this second in time. Dow is up 108 at this moment as well. Apple holding a 179 gain, but it did get to the high on Apple was 156.18. It's 155.68. We've given up 50 cents from the high, holding a 184 gain at the moment on Apple at this point. GameStop 27.12, backing up again towards 27 here, down 72 cents now on GameStop. The high of the day, 27.78. That was the opening. 26.85 was the low. 27.12 is the current range, and that's right in the middle of its daily range right here. Mainly, the middle is down 71 cents. So there you have it. It's been a down day on GameStop all day. SoFi back to 601. Rocket Lab 545 down 19 at the moment. AMC and Ape shares down 38 cents combined. 14.65 is the value of AMC at the moment, and no new cash has been raised by the company, unfortunately. Okay, 110 on ATIP at the moment. Spire 135.5. Those are the biggest bargains in our SPAC world that we're following. Tesla is slipping a bit, still up 390, but it was up 4 something. Just dropped from 297.50 to 296.03. So $1.50 just came off the top of Tesla. Pfizer holding a 2-cent gain. Cisco down 9 now. Cisco's gone into the red at the moment. Down 360 on Home Depot. We're in red there. Boeing down 150. Pfizer holding a 2-cent gain after hitting 46.37. It's now 46.20. Just trying to hold that 46.20 range there. Okay, 69-point gain on the Dow. We're slipping again on the Dow. S&P is up 10. NASDAQ up 22 right at this point in time. All righty. 27.12 on GameStop. 27.11 on GameStop again. All right, guys, there's where we're at. Kind of quiet. Thank you all for 212 thumbs ups. Keep them coming in if you can. Thank you very much. Very good of you to help us out there. Let's take a look at some headlines, see what's going on. What are they talking about? The biggest Fed rate hike in 40 years. It could be coming next week. That's the headline right now in Market Watch. The tightening squeeze on corporate profits is the biggest risk to the stock market right now. No kidding, Sherlock. That's what I've been talking about for weeks. That is the next thing to worry about is corporate profit squeezes. I think it's going to be, there are going to be a bunch of them. A bunch are coming. I'm sorry to say. Let's see, what do we got over here? Take a peek over here. Wall Street Journal headlines. Stocks tick up after sell-off headline. Supplier inflation swayed, elevated in August. The producer price index, which measures what suppliers are charging businesses and other customers, rose 8.7% in August from the year before. SoftBank is considering launching a third vision fund. The global tech investor is considering the launch as part of a plan to turn a new leaf after poor performance at its 2 earlier funds. Third time lucky? What's that all about? Battery recycling race heats up after Inflation Reduction Act. The world's biggest automakers are betting that recycled material from old batteries will help supply the metal they need to build electric cars. The latest wager is on a startup that says it can take advantage of the Inflation Reduction Act. Let's see. What else have we got going on? Let's go. Other talk out there. China's Evergrande's soccer empire runs into trouble. China Evergrande's property business, built with billions of dollars in borrowed money, has had a humiliating outcome. Its formerly brand-burnishing soccer empire is going through one too. Yikes. Let's see. Google and Facebook fined a total of more than $70 million by South Korea over privacy. Starbucks is spilling the beans on its future. I heard they're going to spend over $400 million to refresh their stores in the next year. Let's see here. A package delivered to a Northeastern University campus building in Boston detonated Tuesday evening and caused non-life-threatening hand injuries to a staff member who opened it. Interesting. Let's see. What else we got going here? U.S. incomes fall. U.S. incomes fail to grow for the second year in a row, census figures show. As gasoline prices drop, electricity and some heating costs rise. Interesting headline there. Largest 12-month increase in at least 41 years for U.S. electricity cost index increases consumers' energy bills. The U.S. consumers are getting a reprieve from high gasoline prices, but a jump in electricity and natural gas are increasing their energy bills as winter approaches. Gasoline prices have dropped 26% since June, about 26%, helping to bring the U.S. consumer price index for energy in August down 5% from July. But other energy costs are rising, offsetting relief in the pump. The index for electricity in August climbed 15.8% over the same month a year ago, the biggest such 12-month increase since 1981. It is painful, says Mark Wolf, executive director of the National Energy Assistance Directors Association. It's one more price that's going up for an essential service that all families have to pay, and there's little option for substitution. His organization estimates average energy cost of a home heating will increase by 17.2% this winter. Let's see. Right now, one out of 6 U.S. families has fallen behind on utility bills and owe collectively $16 billion, an amount that has doubled since late 2019. That is a troubling sign ahead of the winter. Much of the electricity price increases have been driven by rising prices for natural gas, which powers about 37% of U.S. electricity production. The fuel costs to run power plants are typically passed on to consumers. Absolutely right. Yikes. Lower income consumers that fall behind on winter bills often catch up through payment plans in warmer months. But this year, much of the country weathered a hot summer that required more air conditioning. Government forecasters expect electricity sales to rise by 2.6% this year. It's not good. That's what we've been talking about. Increased cost for utilities, not necessarily a good thing. Coyote, U.S. incomes fail to grow. No way, but I thought the inflation was because a few people got raises last year. Tiff, I don't get how Starbucks is making money anyway. The quality is mediocre at best, and they're way overpriced. It's amazing. People want to pay for those sweet drinks. We have 216 thumbs ups. Thank you guys so much for this boost in thumbs ups today. GameStop right now, 27.08 to 27.08 right now, down 77 cents. The Dow is up just 47 points. S&P up 10, NASDAQ up 19 points. Let's see. U.S. bond yields rise further a day after the August CPI shock. So that is a sign right there. Interest rates are rising. Well, that's no surprise. These rates will go higher. We're at 3.44 on the U.S. Treasury now. moving up almost 8/100, almost a tenth of a percentage point just today. Germany is up, Italy is up, UK all higher. Foreign currencies, the euro is under par at 99.9, the pound 115.65. It's higher today, but it's really taken a hit this last little while. Oil right now is still up 218 a barrel to 89.49. That is the latest right there. What else have we got going on here? If Germany buys, nationalizes a company called Uniper, which is their gas provider, if they nationalize that company, that would be the first nationalization in Germany since 2008. 14 years ago was the last time, and I don't even know who that was. Yuck. All righty, there we are. All right. FL is saying that the oil is still getting released from the strategic reserve, even with the barrel prices dropping. Pappy, I am number 217. Bruce on those thumbs up there. Tiff, SoFi volume is quiet. Good today. Already 14 million. Very interesting. It's quite good today. 14 million on SoFi. 602, up 18 cents on SoFi right now. The Dow's up 77 points. Trying to hold a gain. Apple up 195. GameStop 27.17, down 68. Rocket Lab down 15. HPQ backing off. It's 27.04, up 8 cents. ME is down 6 cents. Matterport is off 19.5. ATIP is down 3.5. Smart Rent up 11. Spire down 3.5 cents. Cyxtera down 16. Bed Bath Beyond down a nickel. Tesla up 640, trying a little rally, not going to go very far. Pfizer up 3 cents, and Boeing down 72. Cisco down 8 at 44.03 so far this morning. Twitter down 36. Home Depot down $4. Carvana down 164. IBM up 131 right now. Microsoft up 120. Goldman up 63. Google up 6 cents. 6 cents. Amazon up 71. We have no direction here. There's no upside here. There's no way. The Dow's up 95. Don't get sucked in. It's not across the board good times at all. Fractional gains. We'll see how this goes. All righty. All right, everybody. Thank you. JJ, GameStop, September 16s, 2750s. Buy to close, one at 67 cents, filled. I wrote them at 214. So you wrote the call for 214, bought it back for 67 cents. Nicely done on that one. Nicely done. Take a look at if the stock has any kind of a rally this morning, it's at 27.24. You might be able to write a 28 or a 28.50 or a 29 for maybe the week after, the 23rd. See if you should get more than 67 cents. That's what you definitely want, more than 67 cents, of course. You want to build your cash reserves from this move. My quote machine, of course, is through MarketWatch is 10 minutes delayed, so I am not right up to speed here. But September 23rd call, 28 is showing 115 to 144. Looking at a 28 for September the 30th will be up to 178 to 198, so maybe 196, 197. Unless someone is offering from here 198, way to go. That might be the next one you write. 28s. If you go further out, 2850s for September 30, 145 to 178. 29s are 130 to 161. If you can get 160 for a 29, not a bad write either. For a contract out of the money. If GameStop just gives you a little lift here, I don't know if it will, but 27.20, 22 right now. Still down 65 cents. There might be an opportunity, JJ, for a new position to be taken. Always be writing, and certainly take advantage of out-of-the-money contract premiums. for the next week or 2 or 3. Absolutely. There you go. Coyote, my arms are staying crossed, not going anywhere. We're up 80 on the Dow, but only 80 on the Dow right now. Alrighty, all of you folks. 13-point gain on an S&P NASDAQ up 41, it would appear. And oil up 195. Okay. Oh boy, here's a comment. Oh my gosh, here's a headline. Did you know that the U.S. Market for U.S. government debt is $24 trillion? That's how big that market is. 24 trillion. That's why a 1% interest rate increase is a big deal, because you take 1% of 24 trillion, that's $240 billion a year, 20 billion a month in interest cost increases. Just 1%. Just giving you an idea how big this is and how meaningful that is. It's incredible. The lower the interest rates, the better, but they are going higher right now. Isn't that amazing? We need an arms crossed emoji. That's what we need right here. That's something. Yeah, that's right. That's something to think about right there. 53-point gain on the Dow, 48 now on the Dow. Apple up 188. GameStop 2706 backing off. The ups is down now 79. SoFi back to $6, up 16 cents. Rocket Lab 546 down 18. HPQ is red 26.92. We're down 4. What else have we got going on here? Tesla 684 higher. Pfizer is red down 2. Boeing down 136. Cisco down 8 cents. Home Depot down 336. Carvana down 165. Vanik is up $1.03. IBM 118 gain. Microsoft up 82 cents after a terrible day yesterday. Goldman Sachs red 14 cents now. Google in the red 42 cents. Amazon only up 31. Meta down 226. BlackBerry down 5. Royal Caribbean up 27 cents at the moment. Target up $1. JP Morgan up 43 cents. Costco down 35 after a big down day yesterday. Walmart up 72. Nvidia down 97 cents right now. American Airlines down 24. Netflix down $1.20 to $2.16. Moderna up 616 to 137.46. There is where we are so far this morning. The Dow now up just 35, giving up some gains again for I don't know how many times now. We've had all kinds of adjustments on the Dow Jones so far. 30-point gain. We're only up 9 on S&P. We're up 31 on NASDAQ. We are definitely backing off right now on the markets. 2703, 2701 on GameStop. Going back to 27. We might break it for the, I don't know, 5th time, 4th time. I don't know how many times. We'll see what's going on. 2701 on GameStop. At the moment. Alrighty, everybody. Yep, 2703 right there. Okay, everybody. DQ, I wrote an mRNA October 7 140s. Arms are folded. I wrote on mRNA. Right on. Well done, sir. Always be writing mRNA. 140s, the stock's at 138. Right on. Beautiful. Which one did you write? October 7 140s. Okay, I'm just taking a look at it. October 7 140s. There we go. Here we go down to here. Here we are. 140s showing 745 to 810. Right on. There's money in them there, Hills. I love that. Way to go, buddy. Way to go. Taking premium and putting it in your account and see how little will you give back? That is the question. And right on, buddy. Well done there. A-OK. And GameStop right now, 27.11, 27.08 to 27.11 right now on GameStop shares, down 74 cents. The Dow now trying again another rally, up 78, up 78. S&P up 16, NASDAQ up 58, not going anywhere at the moment. Watching a lot of different things all simultaneously. Thank you all for being here. There we go. Uncle Bruce, have you looked into the article about Cyxtera being reclassified as a REIT? I wonder if that could affect who buys it, like different hedge funds. Yeah, I don't know how this is. I don't get it. Cyxtera. Let me take a look. Is there anything here? I mean, I have no headline anywhere on this thing. Let me see if there's anything over here. Cyxtera. What is going on Cyxtera, if anything? Headline wise, there's no news on Market Watch stuff here. Okay, the board of directors approve a REIT conversion. September 13th. Let's see now. Let's see what this means. Headline, pursuing completion of conversion by January 2023. They announced board of directors unanimously approved a conversion to a real estate investment trust for federal income tax purposes with a target to complete by Jan 1. Following a thorough analysis of the impact of a REIT election would have on our business, we are confident the structure will best position us for continued growth while maximizing long-term shareholder value. It's determined that it is advisable to effectuate certain restructuring transactions in connection with completing, including reincorporation to Maryland, the adoption of charter provisions to establish REIT-related ownership restrictions, and separating a portion of its business into a taxable REIT subsidiaries. Security's planned time frame for REIT conversion is driven by a number of factors, including the timing to complete these restructuring transactions, obtaining shareholder approval for the Maryland reincorporation, and preparing and publishing any filings required under applicable securities laws in connection with any of the foregoing. Again, I don't know what this means. Like, I know what a REIT is, and I know what that means, but I'm trying to figure out what this means for shareholders. Shareholders will become owners of shares of a REIT instead of a public company. Fair enough. Obviously, going to Maryland probably means a lower tax base and a much more favorable deduction for income tax purposes. Fair enough. But I don't see anywhere by any analyst anywhere any kind of an explanation of what this means to the shareholders, what this could mean to shareholders. Hence why you're asking me, obviously. You're saying, Bruce, what do you think? Because we can't find anything about this. I agree. I'm not sure what's going on. I saw the article on Thinkorswim under news. Nobody else saw that. It says sell my house. What's a REIT? It's a real estate investment trust is what it's called. Michael, there you go. Maybe this is a prerequisite for a takeover or a merger with something else. I guess technically it serves our rental property. Michael, REITs are supposed to be inflation busters. Yeah, I believe, if I got my thinking right, a large amount of a REIT's profits are handed back to shareholders, perhaps as often as monthly, like a monthly dividend or a quarterly dividend. REITs are sometimes paying 65% of their revenues back, like their net revenues back to their unit holders. It's very high. But I don't know if that's the case here. I have no idea. I don't know what kind of money these guys make. I have no idea. I really, how profitable will they be once they are a REIT? All of this is to be seen. Now, obviously, the board of directors has looked at this and gone, for the majority of our shareholders, and it might well be there is a single majority shareholder here, a big one, that is saying, I want a bigger slice of the action coming to me on a monthly or quarterly basis. Here we go. REITs have to pay 90% of profits to shareholders. This could well be the game plan here, that profits are now going to be paid out on a monthly basis. And if I have no idea where the company, how the company can do what they're doing. Can they attract more cash? Could they attract a lot of capital from investment entities, institutional investors, into the REIT, which would allow them to buy more server farm properties that they would manage, that they would earn commissions off of, fees from paying more back to REIT holders? Is that the plan? I don't know. We have a lot to find out, and we'll probably hear a lot of this from the company over the next few weeks and months. And there'll be a shareholder vote, which they have to spill the beans to all shareholders for the approval. Now, I'm coming back to the point, if there's one dominant shareholder that has most of the votes, it's a done deal. But they still have to reveal all in filings for shareholders. So stand by. I'll let you know what I hear and see. But look at how the stock has backed off since, in a month, from the 10, 11, 15 range down to 551 right now. I mean, the street has made its decision. A lot of the folks walked away from the stock from the 11 to 15 range down to 5. Now the question is that overkill? Should it really be 8 to 10? Should it be 8, 10, or 12? Could the REIT reincarnation be what takes this to 12 to 15? I have no idea. I don't yet know. When I do know, I'll let you know and see what's going on. But DH makes sense if they own the land and rent it to the CYXT. The servers are rented as well. Something important I missed out on today. Michael not hating being exercised on Cyxtera at 1250 a while back. Not a bad move there. Rock and roll. Again, I do not know yet at the moment what could this mean for the shareholders. That I can't answer. When I do know, I'll tell you. But at the moment, I got nothing. 67-point gain on the Dow, 250 gain on Apple, GameStop, 26.89, under 27 again. It's going down as the market is holding a slight gain. 26.89, low of the day. 26.85 was the low of the day. What is it now? 26.73. GameStop is dropping to new lows as all of this talk about the Cyxtera is going on. All right. That's it. Down goes the GameStop. Those 26s are only 86 cents in the money. The 25s are now 186 in the money, and the stock is still falling. Down it goes. Interesting how this is working. GameStop volume today is 992,000. So, we're approaching 250,000 pre-split volume. Nothing burger. We're going lower, 26.75. Right now, it looks like we're near the low again. 26.76, just pennies away from the low of 26.73. We're coming in with more stock for sale on GameStop. The Dow's up 48. 26.75, 26.76. All right. HPQ down 15 more to 26.80 now. ME has broken even. 337 has come back to the flat line. ME was as low as 325 today, back to 337. Unchanged on the day. Matterport down 24. ATIP down 3. SmartRent down 11. Spire down 4. Cyxtera down 12 at 549. Bed Bath Beyond down 22. Tesla up 736, trying to mount a comeback to 300 at 299.49. Pfizer down 7, Boeing down 90, Cisco down just a penny now, Twitter down 33, Home Depot down 218, Carvana down 128, Manic up 97, IBM up 134, Microsoft only up 34 cents, Goldman down 152, Google down 20, Amazon up 65 cents, Meta down 230, BlackBerry down a penny, Royal Caribbean up 35 cents. That's it. 2671, 2669. Let me see. 2670 right now, the low of the day on GameStop. We're at the low right now. 2670, down $1.15 a share. Selling is still coming in. 2668, another new low. New low trade on GameStop. 2668, down $1.17. They're coming in. The stock wouldn't drop yesterday, but it's dropping now. Definitely backing off every few minutes. Another wave of selling for the last now 40 minutes. Waves of selling have come in. There's no support to hold it, and it's backing off. The Dow's only up 34.6, by the way. We're losing steam there. Down, we're up 9 on S&P. We're up 41 on NASDAQ. 2666 on GameStop. The low of the day is 2665 right here. Only up 11 on the Dow. We're about to go red, it looks like, on the Dow. We're up only 9 now on the Dow Jones. All right. Let's see. Let's go. Bartman, the 90% plus shifts some of the tax burden from the company to the stockholder. I do trade options on some of my REITs like O and V and Q. Sell my house fast, Upper Marlboro. I mean, really, McDonald's is a REIT essentially without the payouts of a REIT. Christina, 235 is the bid for my 26s. I still have my stink in for 101. Right on. 2672 is the stock. Your 26s are only worth 72 cents. And Christina, I suspect you are going to make money on these. Right on. There it is. Way to go, Christina. There's your comment right there. Very interesting. The GameStop, let's take a look now. 2673, 2671. And you have 26s. Are they expiring this Friday? Because I'm showing those at 142 to 168. Next Friday, 26s, I am showing 203 to 241. 235 is the bid for my 26s. So she must be dealing with next Friday's right now. The 26s there, 203 to 241 right now. 10 minutes old is my quote. This could be lower for all I know, we could be lower right now. 930, she says. Oh, even 9. Oh, you're further out than that. Oh, hang on. 26s, 249 bid on my machine, and I'm behind by 10 minutes. 249 to 291. Got it. You're live, so you're on top of it. Right on. Any thoughts on the possible 8.7% COLA increase with Social Security? Any thoughts? Everyone's getting a raise on Social Security. That's baked into the system too. That bakes in inflation, because when seniors get this money from Social Security, that bakes inflation higher. Absolutely. Interesting. Okay. Down 11 on the Dow now. We're negative. We've gone red on the Dow Jones now. Negative. We're down 25 on the Dow. We're only up 2 on S&P, and we're up 26 on NASDAQ. We are backing off right now. Oprah sells a Tucson-style villa in Southern California to Jennifer Aniston. I got to talk to Jen about this. I have no idea that we are buying Oprah's house. When has this been going on? And now it makes sense. She's been on these private jet trips, and I'm just looking at houses. Now I know what's going on. All right, I'm here slaving, trying to make you guys thousands of dollars in the option markets, and she's buying $1 million mansions from Oprah. I mean, there's a disconnect here, isn't there? I mean, holy moly. I'm doing the best I can with what I got, but geez, man. 26.68 on GameStop. We're dropping again, 26.67. The low of 26.65. We're right back at the lows of the day on GameStop again. See if more selling comes in. Does it go lower? I think it does. SoFi at 6, by the way, up 15 cents. That's backed up a little bit. SoFi did reach 608. 18 million volume right now at $6. GameStop, $26.69. The low of 26.65, 4 cents away from another low trade. DQ, Uncle Bruce, she bought it with Alberto's donations. You haven't noticed that, but Alberto's been making donations, and she's been taking the dough and buying real estate from Oprah behind your back. That's what's going on. Nick, so Uncle Bruce, are you no longer a homeless Canadian that you claim to be? Oh, yeah. I mean, I'm not sure if I'm moving. She might be going on her own and not telling me about it. I don't know what's going on. I got to have a chat with Jen when she wakes up later. See what's going on. What little I know, I'll tell you, I'm the last to know. I'm just in front of you guys all the time, trying to help you make a living. I have no idea what's going on behind my back here. Used to be easy, maybe not that easy anymore. Splatter, what can I say, my friend? Things are happening out there. HPQ down 16, the Dow down 34, Apple only up 170. We're at 26.70 now on GameStop. AMC is now off 56 cents combined. We're red all over the place. Tesla's only up 5.97 at 2.98. It's backing off. Pfizer now down 22. Boeing down 1.91. Cisco down 11 cents. Meta down 3.38. Interesting markets. Okay. Selling coming through. Here and there and here and there. Okay. Interesting, and interesting. Christina, I read on Reddit the other day that Uncle Bruce has a sugar mama with Jen. She's rich because her parents. I'm dead serious. Uncle Bruce is loaded, at the back end there. Mirko sold a few GameStop 27.5s for this Friday at the opening for 79 cents. They're back to 49.55 in less than an hour. Mirko, you're having a good day, aren't you? Not bad. All right. We're at 26.83 here on a little bounce. The Dow off 29. Bama Babe, Christina, stop. Splatter, had to laugh about DQ's comments, by the way. Christina, Uncle Bruce, do you think I should close my position on GameStop? I bought the shares for $3.94, expiring 9:30. Okay, I don't know what you're telling me here. Uncle Bruce, do you think I should close my position on GameStop? Did you buy contracts? I don't know what you're doing. I'm not. Did you write them at $3.94? Should you buy them back? What? Of course, Uncle Bruce is loaded, says Tiff. He took all the bribes from Citadel. I mean, he's a shill. He took all that money. Christina, Bama, I'm so dead serious. That's what it said, laughing out loud. Christina sold the shares, sold GameStop shares. I'm what are you doing? What are you saying to me? What's $3.94? What does that mean? 26.76 on GameStop right now. We're down 65 on the Dow. We're going further, lower, quicker. We're down 72 on the Dow. We're down 6 on S&P. We're down 6 on NASDAQ. We've just turned red all over the place. We're going lower. SoFi 5.94 dropped 6 cents. Rocket Lab down to 541. HPQ down 20. We're going down. Interesting stuff. Cisco, big drop, says DQ. There you go. It is right now down 23, taking a little hit here, watching and seeing what this market's going to do. So we had computer buy programs first thing this morning. Now it might have computer sell programs kicking in. And my right didn't fill. Got it. Christina, listen, I'm cooking. Okay, I sold 20 contracts for $3. Okay, see, he didn't buy anything. Okay, you didn't buy shares, you wrote calls. Okay, I wrote them for 394. They are the same calls I have a stink bid in for 101. Should I close these positions? That is the question. Christina, that's how you should have said it the first time. It would help me a lot with all of you who can kind of fill me in on what are you asking me about. Thank you. No rush, none whatsoever. These are September 30s. Stocks dropping. I don't know why you're in a hurry to buy them back. No need to rush at all. Yeah, a work meeting. I'll see you later. Rock and roll, DQ, rock and roll. 26.85 on GameStop. Low of the day, 26.65. I think we're going lower, and you may well get them at 101. Just sit tight, cross your arms, keep cooking. Right on. 99-point drop on the Dow. We're down 100 now on the Dow. We're off 8 on S&P, 14 on NASDAQ. We're dropping here. Gold oil only up 121 now. We're dropping in price. GameStop 26.98, trying a rally, not going to work. SoFi now 591 is down 9 cents in 5 minutes. Rocket Lab 540 down 24. HPQ down 21. 26.74. We've got ME, Matterport, ATIP, Smart Rent, Spire, all lower. Sextero down 13. Tesla is now only up 470. That's backing off to 296.89. Pfizer down 34. Boeing down 267. Cisco at 43.82, down 29 centinos right now. Home Depot down 350. Carvana down 244. Vanik down 22. IBM only up 79. Microsoft negative 84. Goldman down 371. Google down 65. Amazon negative down 30. Meta down 386. We're going down. More and more red showing up. We're down $2 on Costco. Nvidia down 198. Disney down 182. Netflix down $2. Moderna up 564, backing off 136.94. There we go. Let's see here. 122 drop on the Dow. Okay, WD. I was new to the poor man strategy. I wrote 5 GameStop September 16 25s. Would you buy back or let it get taken out and buy more deep in the money calls? Okay, so I've got only partial info here. I don't quite know what all this is. Your stock is at $27. Low today, $26.65. We're down on the day. Your calls are backing off. I don't know what you got for them. I don't know where the stock was when you wrote them. I don't know the poor man calls you got. How deep in the money are you? Whatever. Would you buy them back or let it get taken out? Okay, they're dying day after tomorrow. Theoretically, you could be exercised at any time. True. You would just buy the stock back and write new calls. But at the moment, I wouldn't do anything. I'd just sit tight, let the market falter, and let these calls come down. September 16s, 25s were 215 to 244 bid ask. The last trade 225 down 75 cents today, with the stock off 70 odd cents. It's almost penny for penny. So they are backing off to you. If the shares drop to $26.50, $26, these are going to be $1.20. That might be the moment you buy them back and write 26s for a week or two later for a higher premium. But you can always roll these. Of course you can. The 25s with a, if you bought them at 215 or something like that, I don't know what they're at this second because this is not accurate. But they're worth 204. If you could buy them for 225, that's book. Can you sell a 25 for next week for more money, a 26 next week or the week after for a better price? That might be your thought process. 26 for next week, I'm showing 203 to 241. For the week after that, 26 is showing 291 offer. If you get 290, buying at 220 and selling at 290 and moving up $1 to 26, double win, $100 gain on exercise and a 70-cent win in cash by coughing up a couple of weeks to do it. Nothing wrong with that move at all. Worth looking into. Quick, sick. SoFi, I can't stop buying this SoFi. All of the readjustments I made last week from selling shares and picking up leaps is going to pay off beautifully. I picked up another 400 today, bringing my total back up to 9,000. I'm also sitting on 102 $4 leaps. I can wait a while. Right on. Splair for the last 9 minutes. Again at work. Have a nice day, you all. Take care, buddy. Way to go. Way to go, Quick Six. You have made your move and you are a long-termer and you are going to do nicely. I am certain of that. The Dow is off 41 right now at the moment. Apple up 162, GameStop 26.98, just backed off from this 27-something print. It's coming back again. The Dow down 37, S&P down a point, NASDAQ up 6. Volatility everywhere, but we're not going anywhere. We're not going to go anywhere. Oil up 129. We have gas supplies are down in the U.S., but distillate supplies are up with supply data news coming out. 88.61 on a barrel of oil in West Texas. Dow is down 33. Now Apple up 160. GameStop now $27 even, down 85 cents. SoFi 595 up 11. Rocket Lab 541 down 23. HPQ down 20. AMC now is down 66 combined. ME down 4.5. Matterport down 27. ATIP down 4. SmartRent down a dime. Spire down 5. Cyxtera down 11. Bed Bath Beyond is off 30 cents. Tesla is up 685 again at 298.98. Pfizer down 22. Boeing down 230. Cisco down 14 cents at 43.97. Twitter down 46 cents. Home Depot down $1.22. Carvana down 227. Robinhood down 4. All right. Alex, Quick 6. Nice work. Trucker Tech. It may not be helpful to describe option writing as long calls or short calls, i.e. bought my long call for strike X at 15, written calls sold, or short calls, i.e. bought my short calls back at 79. If you just say to me, I covered my GameStop $27 calls expiring tomorrow or September 16th for 48 cents, wrote them at 248. That I know what that means. I know what all that means. Jeffrey Ungerus, thanks for your rants. Didn't realize the ramifications of a rail strike. Scary to most. Good for the option writer. Yes, sir. Trucker, I think we are confusing Ungerus of not using those terms. Poor guy. That's the thing. You're giving me, cryptic info. I am lost. I have no idea what you're asking me. I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you mean. And I'm just going, you want an expert opinion from me on something I don't know what you're talking about? Good luck to me and to you and to the world. And oh my God, we're down 20 on the Dow. That I can tell you. I can tell you that. 26.92 on GameStop. That I can tell you. Okay. That much I can say. 5.95 on SoFi. We just bounced up from a drop. What was it, 590 or something like that? 590, we're back to 594. 20 million traded on SoFi today. GameStop volume at 26.92, 1.26 million, 315,000 pre-split. There is nothing happening here. No volume, and it's going lower. 26.89, down it goes. The Dow down 888. It sure is jumping around, isn't it? Isn't the Dow just... Isn't that crazy? The volatility, but there's no gains here. There's no recovery from a 1,200 point drop. You notice that for sure. You notice that. Okay. Thank you, everybody. Alrighty. Rail strike, iron ore, good for my X short. Could be very good for your X short. Yes, very much so, my friend. U.S. Steel will shut down in days. Absolutely in days. Alex, thanks, says Quick Six. If SoFi does keep dipping here, I am perfectly fine averaging down at these levels. I'm with 15, 20 cents away from being in profit on any of the calls I sold out into 2024 if exercised. No problem at all. Right on, my man. Right on. We're down 7 on the Dow, 26.89 on GameStop. SoFi 595. Okay. Alrighty. Dow's green, up 1.5 points. Jumping and jumping. Now we're up 20 on the Dow. You think it's being manipulated by computer programs? You think? Maybe? Is it possible? Could it be? Oh my. Look at Cisco, only down 4 now at 44.07. Unbelievable. Got down to 43.79 and it just went zzz, and now it's popping up on the other side. Computer programs to sell, computer programs to buy. Hedge funds are all over these markets. There's nothing to see here, Congress. You don't need to call a special session. You don't have to bring in the hedge funds to the floor to discuss how they're manipulating the markets with their computer buys and sell programs. There's nothing to see here. Everything's fine. Everything is fine. Total transparency and liquidity for all to see. There's nothing to worry about. We're up 30 on the Dow. We're down 100 just 5 minutes ago. Yeah, hello. Nothing to see here. Okay. Anyway, fun times. What else is going on? Let's see. Reuters is reporting there's a Walmart-backed fintech comments, or just the threat drops that a true strike would suck for us all. Nick, folks, short X, make a few bucks quick. There you go. I don't know about the fintech thing. Walmart. Rumors abound. Good luck. What kind of clientele are you going to get for banking through Walmart customers? Think about that. Are you going to get the juicy, big-time borrowers? No. You're going to get the low-end, desperados, paycheck-to-paycheck living folks, and you're going to pull pennies out from these people instead of dollars. Good luck with that business. Good luck. It'll hurt the big banks more than it'll touch SoFi at all, if at all. I just don't even know if it'll bother them in any way whatsoever. Anyway, we're up 41 on the Dow. We're up 210 on Apple, and GameStop 27.02. Another attempted rally going on. 597 on SoFi. We are 2 hours, 6 minutes into this show. And what can I say? We are done another day. There's Jen. How you doing, Jen?
Good. How are you?
Well, I'm a little confused. There's a story here, a headline that says that that Oprah sold her Tuscan-style villa to Jennifer Aniston, and I've been wondering, where have you been lately?
Well, now you know. The secret's out.
Folks are saying here that all the donations that have been coming in from Alberto are missing. Now I know why.
They stayed in the country.
They stayed in the country. See, and then Nick says to me, "Well, it doesn't look like you're homeless anymore, unless you're flipping
Pronoun problem.
Pronoun trouble. It's not that you aren't homeless anymore.
Duck season,
rabbit season, pronoun trouble. Oh my goodness gracious. Apparently I'm still homeless. It's that Jennifer might not be homeless, but I seem to still be homeless. Isn't that interesting? John is saying, thanks everybody. Let's see. Good morning, Jen, from Larry Titus. Yes, well, things are happening out there. Well, we'll have to have a little chat over breakfast, won't we? There you go, folks. It's time. Folks, I got to go. We got to go downstairs for a bite to eat. I'll see you at 3 o'clock this afternoon. Tonight, 8 o'clock Eastern time, Gold Bagel member primetime show with Uncle Bruce, 8 o'clock Eastern. Join me for that. Become a Gold Bagel member today and join us tonight for Gold primetime with Uncle Bruce. Okay. Thank you all for being here. We'll see you today at 3 o'clock Eastern for the final hour. Talk to you later. Bye for now.